ലളിതപദക്രമരമ്യ രഞ്ജിതഭാവായ ശൈവ ശൈലോഷി മമ ജിഹ്വാരംഗതലേ നൃത്യതു ദേവീ സരസ്വതീ നിത്യം. ഓം സം സരസ്വത്യൈ നമഃ. ഓം ശ്രീ മൂകാംബികായൈ നമഃ. ഓം ശ്രീ സത്യസായിനേ നമഃ. Usually, Swamiji used to give me a subject and ask me to talk. But this time he told me, you talk on several subjects of importance in spirituality. So, I may be talking in such a way that can create controversy also. Because everybody has got their own opinion on what to do and what not to do in spirituality. I don't touch religion at all. So, in spirituality, yes, I don't say that I am going to be 100% correct, but it gives you a platform where you can think twice, thrice and 100 times yourself and come to a conclusion which is good for you and which is not good for you. Let me start with a small story which has happened in Sri Krishna Avatar. You can imagine that we are in the bank of Yamuna, the Vrindavan, where Krishna is having his celestial dance with Gopikas. So Rasa Leela is going on one side of the river, which is full of trees and fruits and flowers, etc., etc., etc. So when the dance was going on, Krishna observed that the other bank of the river, Maharshi Durvasa is sitting there and he looks so hungry, tired. So Krishna plucks few fruits, put it in a basket and gave it to Sri Radhika Devi. Radha, you take these fruits to the other bank of this river and give this to Durvasa who is feeling so hunger. Give him, ask him to eat completely and send his blessings to you and to me also. See, the Lord seeks blessings from the Bhakta. That is what is happening here. So Radha takes the basket and goes to the bank of the river and finds that it is a rainy season. So naturally it was flooded. She cannot even swim. Forget about walking across. Radha comes back and tells Krishna, Krishna, this is there. How can I go there? Then Krishna tells her, Radha, you do one thing, go to the bank, okay, of the river and tell, hey Yamuna, you give me the way to walk down these stairs. It's a command from Sri Krishna, who is a Nitya Brahmachari, who is a Nitya Naishtika Brahmachari. So Radha goes there and she tells, it's a command from Sri Krishna, who is a Nitya Naishtika Brahmachari. Surprisingly, the river gives the way for Radha. And Radha starts walking and reaches the other side of the river and gives the fruits to Durvasa, saying that it is from Krishna. He asked me to tell you to take the whole fruits because you are very hungry. Durvasa was so happy. So he ate the whole fruits and said that I send my blessings to Krishna and to you all, Gopikas. Tell Krishna that I am very, very happy. Now you go back. So Radha comes back and finds that Yamuna is the same way, flooding. So she goes back to Durvasa and tells, that now I cannot go there. Durvasa asked her, how did you come here? Then she said, it's a command from Krishna, who is a Nitya Brahmachari. Okay, now you go back to Yamuna, tell Yamuna to make the way for you, and it's a command from the Durvasa, who is a Nityobhavasi. So Radha goes back, conveys the command, Yamuna makes the way, she walks down. So this is the story. Now, from the story, what we should take? Krishna having his dance with so many gopikas says that he is a Nitya Brahmachari. Whereas we consider Brahmachari is a totally different way. We say, that Brahmacharis cannot see ladies, they cannot do this, they cannot do that, they cannot do this. Brahmacharya is such a thing that it should be adhered to with a lot of restrictions, etc., 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 etc. All correct. I don't say no. But how Krishna becomes a Brahmachari? That is my question. Who was playing with ladies? Here comes the real science of spirituality. In Sanskrit, Brahmacharya, Yasya Manaha Brahme Eva Satatam Charati Sa Brahmachari, whose mind wanders in only Brahma Tattva, always is a Brahmachari. So a Brahmacharya is a thing, where you have to be with the Brahma Tattva. Here you can see that Sri Krishna is the Vyakta Swarupa of the Avyakta Swarupa, the Brahma Tattva. Avyakta Swarupa, the potential energy in quantum physics, where we say that it is omniscient, omnipotent and omnipresent. It is stable. By its will, takes the Vyakta Swarupa, Sri Krishna. Kinetic energy, not potential energy. So you can see that this Vyakta Swarupa, which has been well explained in Narayaniyam by Bhattacharya. They always say, the Vyakta Swarupa, the Avyakta Swarupa of Sri Krishna. So when Avyakta Swarupa takes the form of a Vyakta Swarupa, here what happens? The Avyaktada does not leave this Vyakta. It's very, very, very important. Krishna, when plays as a human being, as Lord Sri Krishna with Gopikas, I stress that Brahma Tattva is not being left from him, so he is a Brahmachari. Here, sometimes I feel pity for those people who are telling in Shabarimala that ladies cannot go there because Ayyappa is Naishtiga Brahmachari there. See, for a Naishtiga Brahmachari, where is ladies? Where is men? Where is food? Where is this thing, that thing and everything in this world? He is always attached to the Brahma Tattva only. So I feel really pity. Is it not politicizing? Yes, but we can again think. It is all in Tantrika Karma that these things are going on there. So there are something, where men have some hormones, women have some hormones. And the Mula Mantra there, and Tantrika, it is been dimensions. We create dimensions and energy. When the ladies with progesterone, estrogen, and norprolactin and all, whether they will not be able to hold that energy that comes there as per the Mula Mantra and the dimensions created by the Tantri. I had a detailed discussion even with the Tantri Brahmashri Dinesh Namboodiripad of Guruvayur on this factor. I strongly feel that Tantrics, knowledge of Tantrics with engineering and quantum physics have to sit, discuss and then come out. Otherwise, the argument of Naishtika Brahmacharyatvam of Ayyappa is, according to me, a bad word, absurd. Om Namah Shivaya. So that is Brahmacharya. Now coming back to the story of Durvasa. Durvasa was telling her, you tell Yamuna, that's a command from Durvasa, who is a Nitya Upavasi. We all take Shuddha Upavasam on an Ekadashi day, and we do Upavasam during Shashti, Amavasi, where a person does not take food from the morning till evening. After the evening programs only, we start taking food. And the Shuddha Upavasam for Ekadashi, no food from morning till night. And next day morning only, Dwadashi day only takes. So it is Upavasam according to us. But here Durvasa was taking fruits and filled his stomach just before that he was telling that he is a Nitya Upavasi. Not Shuddha Upavasam for one day. Upavasi for Nityam. That is what the word he used. How does it matter here? Here again, people are totally being mistaken. Upavasati iti upavasa. Sitting along with God, sitting along with the Brahma Tattva is upavasa. So why there should not be any food in that regime? Here it is that when you take your food, you think of the taste, you think of filling the stomach, all those things, and you are likely to forget God at that time at least. So to avoid that only, you have been asked not to take food. But for every piece of idli or the urla of sadam, when you put in those things, you give it to God, you think of God in you, and if you start eating, it is again Upavasa. And Durvasa was a person of that type. He never thought of anything else other than the God, the Brahma Tattva. That's the thing. So, Abhedananda always used to say, Vrindavaneshwari Radha, Krishno Vrindavaneshwaraha, Tviyate Nidhane Nityam, Radha Krishno Gatir Mama. That's what Durvasa was thinking at that time. Telepathically, the message came to Krishna that Durvasa is sitting there. See, that is what is happening. So Upavasam is not starving. You start from morning till evening and you are more attached to a cup of tea in the morning which has not been received and could not be taken because of this Upavasa or Olikel or whatever it may be, and you get a headache and you think of headache, you tie a towel here, press it and take one paracetamol with a little bit of water. And sometimes even people, to forget that headache, they will sit in front of TV and watch a good movie also. Is it Upavasa? You are thinking of your own head. And that too negatively, which has got an ache at that time. So starving is not Upavasa. Thinking of God permanently, Upavasati iti Upavasaha. That you must think. So these are all the things that which ponder. Thinking, which is correct, which is not correct. In what way it is good for us. But yes, when you plant a sapling, you have a fencing around it so that the leaves will not be bitten by the goats and the cows. So these are all the fencing that it has been created in our social life, I will say. But when the tree grows, becomes a big mango tree or jackfruit tree, do you have a small fencing around it? No. Even the elephant can be tied on that, isn't it? So you can be in the midst of this world and still be away from all those things. In such situation, we must march forward. Now, let me talk something about the chanting of mantras, chanting of the plain Nama, Narayana, Narayana, Krishna, Krishna, Allahu Akbar, Jesus Christ. Let it be anything. Shiva, Brahma, everything, Durga. Yes, it has got its own effect because the Brahma Tattva, the potential energy which is situated in ether, is being touched only by the voice, because only voice can Shabda Guno Akasha. Only sound can reach the ether. So the potential energy which is situated in ether, when being touched by the sound waves, the frequency modulation that we create, our mantra or japa, plain nama japa, disturbs the potential energy and being converted to kinetic energy, which is, we call it Daiva. If I say Om Namo Narayanaya, Narayana will come. Om Sam Saraswati Namah, Saraswati will come. Just like when I switch on the AC, atmosphere becomes cool. So the chillness comes. But when I switch on that heater in the bathroom, hot water comes. When you switch on a light, the light comes. Switch on a fan, the breeze comes. Like that, whichever, these mantras are switchboards where you switch on anything and can select if the temperature is very high, so you switch on AC. But if it is not that hot, but still you want breeze, switch on fan only. Like that, transactional analysis, as per the TEA theory, we can select our own gods. So, Nama Sankirtana is very, very important because it has got a neuro-linguistic effect on your own system. Forget about ether and air and Agni or Panchabhutas. Because these Panchabhutas being made up of, our body is all made up of these Panchabhutas only. So it has got its effects on yourself when you do a japa. You are not bringing God from somewhere. That you must understand. So, neuro-linguistic effect. But yes, if you know the meaning of Damodara, okay, I say Damodara. People have heard Damodara. But who is Damodara? Yashoda tied a rope on the stomach of Lord small Sri Krishna and tied to the Ural. So when this Damo and Udara is Damodara, a small Krishna. If you can think of small Krishna playing mischiefs and Yashoda tying and this thing, all those things will come to your mind. So what happens? It becomes a neuro-psycho-linguistic effect. So if you do that repeatedly, it has got its own meaning because it activates the stable potential energy to an active kinetic energy permanently on your system. That's why japa is very important. Kalau nameva mama jivanam. Kalau nasteva gadiranyata. Abhedananda always used to say this. The importance of Nama Japa. And this importance of Nama Japa, to the next step will be, you have Akshara Laksha, Om Namah Shivaya, that is 5 letters. That 5 letters means 5 lakhs. You chant Akshara Laksha. Om Namo Narayanaya, 8 letters, 8 lakhs. So it has got its own effect. You actually activate the energy within you. That's what actually happens. Now there is another thing, Purascharam, that is little bit rigid. Purascharanam. Same doing Akshara with little or perfect discipline. Suppose you sit today at 4 o'clock in the morning and chant for 2 hours, then again after some time you chant another 2 hours. Like that you go. Tomorrow also, day after tomorrow also, the day later also, start the same timing, same food habits, with same feeling, same thinking. Everything should be same till the end. It is known as Purascharanam. That is Akshara Laksha with lot of rigid disciplines. It has got its own effect in yourself. That's what Swami Abhedartha used to say. Namasmaranam, Namasmaranam, Namasankirtanam. He always used to Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That Nama can take you to heaven. Heaven is not where first floor or second floor. Heaven comes within you. When you are happy, you are in heaven. People always used to say, I am in heaven now. Yeah, you are happy. Oh, bloody hell. That's the word that you are in Naraka. But you are not going down, steps down. Your mind is unhappy, you are in Naraka. If your mind is happy, it is Swarga. It is heaven. So to bring in heaven within you, this Nama Japa helps a lot. Now, when you do japa, what happens actually? When you do japa, it brings in devotion in you, even without your knowledge. Even without your knowledge, it brings in devotion, the bhakti. When bhakti comes, oh, you are totally a different person. Bhakti rulpatyade pumsam shogamoha bhayapaha. That's what it is written. The Nama brings in bhakti. When the bhakti comes, what happens? All the three things are being disappeared from you. Shoga, moha, bhaya. Shoga, disappointment. I expected this, I didn't get, I am disappointed. It's a past tense. It's a past tense. Moha, liking, or we can say even passion. Moham is passion. I want this, I want that, I want that. Pattu kittu gil nuru madiyannum. Shadamagil sahasram madiyannum. Ayiram panam kayyilundagumbol. Ayudamagugil ashcharyamennaho. Kutanam. So passion doesn't leave you, or rather you refuse to leave passion in this world. So that also will disappear. Then shoga, moha, bhayam. What will happen to me tomorrow? Now COVID season, oh my God. 1918 also there was a season where people used to wear mask. That was influenza. Flu. Are you scared of influenza now? So 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021 is COVID season. And 21-20, something else also will come. What will happen? It seems that one fellow predicted there will be a flood after 40 years. After 40 years there will be a flood and the Kerala will not be there. All will be underwater. So one person was thinking, he is 90 plus, 95 years. In a tea shop he is sitting and then telling, I just don't know how I can manage. He is already 95. Flood is going to come only after 40 years. And this fellow is scared. Like that, we are all scared. Bhayam. What will happen to the next moment, we do not know. That also will disappear. The past tense, present tense, and future tense all are being taken care of by this mere chanting of Narayana, Narayana, Krishna, Krishna, Allahu Akbar, Jesus Christ, etc., 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 etc. So, here I would like to get away from this subject and then come to a jovial this thing. Usually, though I am talking in English is not a big attraction for me, because basics are not as good as what we think. When BUT is but, PUT is put. Like that, what the first person told, we have to follow that song. But here, I admire this English language. They use the word past tense, present tense, future tense. What is it? Whether it is past, present or future, all are bloody tensed. Tensed. That way English is good. So all these three are being taken care when the bhakti comes in. And bhakti, if it wants to come in, you have to simply say Nama Sankirtana, Nama Sankirtana, Nama Sankirtana. Only. That is what Swami Abhedananda always used to say. Every day I have seen, when the time becomes 6:30, bhajan starts. Every day the bhajan starts. He was supposed to be the reincarnation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where he established, not just was telling, he established the importance of Nama Japa and Nama Sankirtana to the whole world. Initially there will be a lot of problems, I will say. Initially there will be a lot of problems. Even I know when Swamiji used to have Nagar Sankirtan, the early days, people used to throw stones, people used to throw chappals. Problems will be there. But you stick to your point, what happens? Those people who have thrown stones and chappals have seen afterwards, coming and prostrating in front of Swamiji. Swamiji did not ask them to come and prostrate. They come running and prostrate whenever they see Swamiji. So, initial blockage, you have to simply forget. Continue with perseverance on Nama Japa, who can reach the heaven. Swamiji also used to talk about the importance of satsanga. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Shankaracharya. Satsanga is so important. But you have to be very careful when you do a satsanga. Usually in satsanga, a person talking and others listening is also satsanga. People talk different subjects. Different subject means sattvic, spiritual subjects. That is satsanga. You are likely to go away from sometimes the spiritual subject and start talking about the political matters, worldly matters. That is not satsanga. Maybe persons are good, but their talk is not good. So it cannot give you a positive result of a satsanga. Very jovially Swamiji was telling me one day, in the afternoon, I just went to his room and then he was telling me, Haridas, do you used to attend satsang? Swamiji, I have come here for satsang only. When I am sitting with you, it is a satsang for me. Then Swamiji was laughing, not smiling, laughing. Yes, but there are some satsang is going on somewhere. There, subject will be, what they will be doing is Atma Prasamsa and Paradosha. Self-praise and talk ill of others. In the name of satsanga, these things are also happening in this world. But that is not a satsanga. Maybe good people sitting and talking, praising ourselves and talking ill of others is not satsanga. You must talk about the sattvic principles of spirituality. Again, I repeat, sattvic principles of spirituality, not religion. I never touch religion anywhere. There is another controversy going on in this world. What is the position of ladies in spirituality? Some people say that they cannot do this, they cannot do that, they cannot do this. Again, Sabarimala, I will bring that a political scenario. And those who are talking about this culture, Indian culture, they don't talk about 5,000 years back what was India. They talk only about 500, 600 years back, where men used to pose themselves as greater than ladies. It is not like that. If you go back to the real culture of India, way back in thousands of years back, ladies were given the maximum respect. Maximum respect. Radha Krishnan is the name of a person, man. Shivaraman again. Gauri Shankar is the name of the person. Like that, Sita Raman is the name of a person. Now when we say here some lady's name with a gent's name, it is the lady. After marriage they take their husband's name. So husband becomes important. Whereas in the olden days, Krishna is known as Radha Krishna. It is a man. So without Radha, Krishna is not that powerful. Without Sita, Raman is not that powerful. Without Gauri, Shankar is not powerful. Gauri Shankar is a man. And that man is known as Gauri's Shankar. Imagine how powerful the ladies were at that time. And to contradict these statements and all, they take from Manusmriti. I feel so sorry for them. Manusmriti, they say, no, see, even Manu have said, Nastri Swadandre Marpati. No ladies have the right to have Swadandri. It's just like what these channels and the fourth estate, the press does nowadays on somebody's statements. They take only one small piece of the statement and then project. That is what is happening here. The whole sloka is Pita Rakshari Kaumare, Bharta Rakshari Yavane, Putro Rakshari Vardhakye, Nastri Swadandra Marhati. That is the full sloka. So in Sanskrit, we don't cut one line and then start giving explanations of that. The whole, when you chant a sloka, you must have pada, padakrama, padartham, anvaya. That is, padakramam is anvaya, anvayartham, paribhasha, and the meaning. So in Sanskrit, one just letter will be used only once, but it has to be attributed to so many other places also. These are not the theories. Those who learn Siddhanta Kaumudi, the grammatic text of Sanskrit, will never say one just line of a sloka and then start explaining. No. So that is why Vyakhyanam, even from Bhagavata, we have several Vyakhyanams. Sridhariyam is there. Pandit Gopalaya has Vyakhyanam. Vaishnavanatha Raman Nambudiri have got a Vyakhyanam. All Vyakyanams are good. You can accept everything and pick up from everything and come to your own suggestions. That is Sanskrit, the beauty of Sanskrit. That you must understand. So here, Nan should be given to all the first three lines. Na pita rakshati kaumare, na bharta rakshati yauvane, na putro rakshati vardhakye, stri swatantra marhati. And this is my Vyakhana, interpretation. Where today you can see that you go for a scanning, find out what this fetus is. If this is female, we don't want. MTP, medical termination of pregnancy, even though it is unlawful, people do it. Because we don't want ladies. And when the lady is born, father and mother or the parents, they don't care for that lady, girl. They care for only for boys. Such situation, it is already pervading here now in this world. Na bharta rakshati yauvane. When you are young, you are supposed to get married and then a husband will take care of you. Now what is happening? The ladies have to join Kudumbashri and get 400 rupees per day salary, and this idiot, I will call it idiot, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This fellow sleeps at home and the whole day or play cards with his friends, waiting for that 400 rupees to come in the evening. Take 200 rupees out of it, go to the bar, buy a pint and drink. That is what is happening now in this world. Putro rakshati vardhakye. Na putro rakshati vardhakye. I keep that na there also. When father and mother are elder, old enough not to take care of by the son and the daughter-in-law, or the daughter and the son-in-law, are being coolly sent to old age homes. That is the situation now. In such cases, Manu knew all these things will happen in this world over a period of time. Such cases, Stri Swadandriya Marhati. Ladies require Swadandriya. What is Swadandriya? Swasya Tantram is Swadandriya. Take your own thing. You have to develop your own opinion. You have to stick to that. Work for it. Get it done. That is Swadandriya. Not hitting somebody is Swadandriya. No. So even to my little thinking, even Stri Samatvam is rubbish. Don't quote this sentence alone in future. Because ladies are all high esteem being kept in the olden days. When you talk about Stri Samatvam, you are bringing them down to a man's level. No. They are always on the level of very high esteem. Make them peace. So these are all controversial subjects, but in spirituality, if you don't have a feeling that everybody is the Brahma Tattva, everybody have got that spark of that Brahma Tattva, potential energy, everybody is all equal according to this principle, you are going to go down in your level of thinking. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narayana, 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 Narayana. Thank you very much.